All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
Says we live. Let's check the feed real quick. Let this pop up. All right, we live out. Hey, Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom. Shalom. We are the brothers of Great Millstone, Charlotte, back at you with another live lesson through the Holy Spirit, the Rekah Kodash. Before we get started, we want to give all the praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rekah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught us his truth. Double salutations to all you Akim out there laboring, the house of David, the elect, that's pushing his word with all truth, righteousness, and sincerity. Shalom to you, brothers, and shalom to the elect. All right, back at you with another live lesson through the Holy Spirit. This is News and Prophecy. Long live the King. All right, Trump is about to make shit happen, man. So we're in the midst of a major transition, as we discussed before we started rolling. And shit is about to change in a dramatic fashion. You know, you got it up.
Yep. Like he had coined this, this is the golden age, right? The golden dawn of a new regime, order, and like you said, Zaquan, things are going to change in a dramatic fashion. That's why, the Lord has set this thing up so beautifully to where, this should, exhort more of our people to turn and repent, while the day of, seeking after the will of Yahweh Shemel Shai, seeking after the Lord is accessible.
That's
If
right.
I could grab that right quick, if I may.
You got it.
This is Sirach chapter 5 and verse 7. It says, "Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day." Because these devils, they're not putting off day to day with their, their goals to enact this new world order.
That's right, brother.
It says, "For suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance." And that's what we're exhorting our people to do, right? To repent, right? To seek the Lord while he may be found, because, when you go into the sword of the Lord, Esau is the sword, he is that whipping stick that the Lord is going to send against the hypocritical nation. And we see that the Lord is preparing to allow the floodgates to open against his people under this devil here, man.
About to see, everybody's about to see the true colors of these devils, man. All right, you've seen it now through all these executive decrees and legislations that's being passed over the past weeks now. You see what I'm saying? So that's what's going on in America is a big deal right now, man. And people see it. Everybody's on edge. It's like, what is he going to do next? Everybody's uncomfortable. Especially Jakes, man, that was out here fucking, goofing off for Trump. He thought Trump had your back. And he turned on your ass, and now everybody's looking stupid.
Yep,
you got it.
Did you want to read that first, Saquon, or you wanted to get the Isaiah?
Go ahead, grab that the Isaiah, and then we'll pull up. What you want to pull up?
Understood. Can you grab that Bible, Kushal?
Yeah. It's Isaiah 19 and verse 1. The burden of Egypt, behold, the Lord rideth upon the swift cloud, and shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it.
Right. And we see that the idols of Egypt are being cast down, man. Right. Everything that these people have put their dependency upon, and, entrusted in, all of that is being brought to the ground, you see? And we're starting to see a lot of our people are hopeless, right? They don't have any support. They don't have any dependency because they've cleaved to a custom, or they've cleaved to beliefs that were of no benefit to them.
Yep.
Keep reading.
Okay. Verse 2. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom.
Right. And this is the times that we're coming into, right? As the scriptures speak about, we are in the beginning of sorrows. So when it talks about how there's going to be Egyptian against Egyptian, we're seeing these things, but it's only going to intensify, right? these things are going to continually get worse under this king, right?
So,
Because this is the one that the Lord has set up. Again, as pursuant to Proverbs, the 21st chapter, right? The Lord is the one that ruleth in the kings, right? Roughly
yep.
paraphrasing, you know.
hmm and you know what's heavy too is like, you know, people think that Trump is really gonna save the day. You know, that's the spirit that's out here, that Trump is really gonna bring this place back to glory. But little do they know that this guy is a pawn in the elite. So all that's going to contribute to the division is we see major polarization is all throughout America right now, man. Everybody's divided on some level. You see what I'm saying? So as the economy gets hit harder, inflation, as people continue to struggle to live, you know, like you said, Ak, that division is only going to intensify, man. All right, we're seeing, you know, the murder rate go up. We're seeing crime explode. You know, these things are not going to stop. Is what we're saying. All right, so this is all going to add into that division that we see here, man. That the total societal breakdown of this place, right?
Yep.
Isaiah 19:3. And the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof, and they shall seek to the idols, and to the charmers, and to them that have familiar spirits, and to the wizards.
Right. And that's what we see that's happening. The Lord is destroying the counsel of this system, man. The wisdom of this system, right? These people are completely bugged out. They don't know what's going on. They don't know right from left, right? Simple things that people just can't even understand. You know, it's like common sense has completely left America, right? What bit had existed, you see? So now people are trying to find answers, but there's no answers to be found. Right.
Yeah.
That's why everybody is lost. Everybody's clueless. And that's only going to continue to further, like you guys said, Zaquan, that division, right? That chaos that's inevitably going to come.
Yeah. Yeah. People are losing here, man. However you want to look at it, people are losing, man. Is people are in major struggles right now. All right. And on top of that, you know, America is basically a mockery to the world. And this is why they're parading Trump to try to put that you know, that tough guy spirit back into this place, that facade, you know, that glory, so to speak, man. But it's not happening. All right. And it said that and it said that she'll seek to the idols and to the charmers and to them that have familiar spirits and to the wizards, right? Because we see that now, you know, this society is big on witchcraft, the left hand. You know, people are tapping into different mediums, things like that. You know, there's a strong disbelief in the Most High, the scriptures. You know, so this place has been totally given over to that left hand side, man, and that's why the Lord is justified in destroying this fucking place. You know, so it's basically there's nothing these people can do in Babylon to bring it back to quote unquote glory. You know.
God, I wanted to read that in the GNT. It's Isaiah 19:3. It says, I'm going to frustrate the plans of the Egyptians and destroy their morale. They will ask their idols to help them, and they will go and consult mediums and ask the spirits of the dead for advice. You know, so like you said, right, going into these people have no other answers, man. Right. And that's why you see even, you know, these politicians, they're leaning into this technocracy, right? They're looking at these because these are the left-hand priesthood, as me and Priest had gone to last night. Right, this is who they're looking towards for answers now, man. Right, so those are the council of the princes of Zoan, right, that we're seeing take place right now, man.
Yep.
Verse 4. And the Egyptians will I give over to the hand of a cruel lord and a ferocious king. It's like a fury. It's a lot. It's ripped out of my page. It's a lot. It says, and the Egyptians I will give into the hand of a cruel lord, and a fierce king shall rule over them, saith the Lord of hosts.
Yep. And that's what we see is step before us, man. A fierce king is ruling over the Egyptians, right? Who are the modern day Egyptians? The Americans, man, right? This fierce king is pretty much going throughout this is week 4.
Right.
And he's causing a shitstorm within his short period of time in his administration, right? This is how we know that the Lord, as the scriptures say, he was shortening the days for the elect's sake, man.
That's right.
because the rate at which things are going, the days have to be shortened, right? When you look at the state of the people, the days have to be shortened because, as the scriptures say, no flesh will be saved, man.
That's right. That's right. I got you right here. We want to get into this. All right.
Absolutely.
So this is from the CNBC. It says why more Americans are being pushed into poverty. You see what I'm saying? So as everybody's trying to, tout Trump and, long live the king and all of this BS, hey, people are fucking struggling.
Right.
Life is getting harder here, man, and it's not going to stop. Right? Let's play it.
63% of workers say they wouldn't be able to cover a $500 emergency expense.
Most people don't have $1,000 in the bank. Most people cannot handle a tire blowout, or they're going to put it on credit.
Americans now carry more than $1 trillion in credit card debt.
The official poverty measure in the U.S. today is based on calculations from the mid-1960s.
It's also a system that is pervasive in actually creating poverty situations.
Poverty leads to more anxiety, it leads to more stress, it leads to more health problems.
Zaquan, Baba Kushal, can you pause that?
Yep.
And that's something to take note of, right? He said that this poverty, this condition of living, it creates more anxiety. It creates more, pressure on these people. I wanted to grab something real quick. It says, this is Matthew 24 and verse 12. It says, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold, right? When you go into that word iniquity, pretty much meaning the transgression of the law, right? This is abounding, right? This current state of the people, as we have read in Isaiah 19:3, right? These people are leaning into Satanism heavily, right? This is where their mind is at. And this is the fruit of it. This is the cause and effect playing out in real time. And then when you go into this word for wax cold, and the Strong's Concordance is Strong's G5594 Psycho, and it goes into definition 3, metaphor of waning love, right? And we understand that love is the keeping of the commandments. So people, the state of the Americans being pushed into poverty is because of the rulers, right? The rulers have put them in this position to transgress the ways of the Lord, right? Which is pushing them into further poverty, right? Which is going to push them further into a mindset of pretty much waning love, man.
Hey,
right?
I got you. No, really instability. Let me pull it up. That's what I was thinking about.
That's it. Yep.
Instability. Give me Isaiah 33 and 6:2. But this is the definition of instability. It says the quality or state of being unstable, and that's pretty much the people of this society. All right, as we're getting into this brief video here. All right, hey, Shalom, priest. So as a result of transgression and sin increasing, as we read, the love of many shall wax cold. But this also plays into the instability that's being pushed throughout the society, man. I did a lesson going into the hyperinflation, the tariffs, and the lack of financial stability. All right, because people don't really know how they're going to cope with this current administration, how they're going to survive. Is things really going to get better? You see what I'm saying? So that definition, again, the quality or state of being unstable, especially lack of emotional or mental stability. So what's going to happen? It's going to be more people crashing out, more suicides, more drug overdoses, whatever you want to call it. But people don't have, because people lack the spirit, people lack Yahweh Shem Yahushai, they're going to result to these measures. This is why it's very important to have the spirit of the Lord with you, right? Can I get that real quick?
This is Isaiah chapter 33 and verse 6. It says, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times.
See that? The
and
wisdom.
strength
So the Lord said, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. You see that? So it's through the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of Yahweh Shem Yahushai is what's going to have you, which is going to give you the mental stability to cope in these times, to be able to bear through these times. That's right. You're going to see a lot more people crashing out. We ain't really seen shit yet, man. Yeah, you got people killing themselves, killing family members and stuff like that, but it's going to go to a whole nother level. especially as resources get cut. All right, we're seeing videos of farmers losing their farms. All right, they have to poison the crops and the animals. You see what I'm saying? Food prices soaring. You see what I'm saying? People can barely afford rent, car payments, repossessions. So the only thing left for these people is just to fully lose it. You know. So the only way you're gonna make it is through the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of Yahweh Shem Yahushai in these times. Go ahead, bro.
It says, and strength of salvation. The fear of Yahweh is his treasure.
You got it.
God, you know, so that's where the strength truly lies at, man. These people are becoming weaker, you know, with their trust, their vain trust in these idols, right? And the trust of this system, you know, like you have put on the screens, Aquan, that definition of unstable, man, instability.
Yep.
This is the result of it, man, right? But us having that faith in Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, right? We're of a sound mind. We have stability, right? And you know that fear of the Lord being our treasure, right? That puts us in the right mindset of what we ought to do and what we ought not to do.
Right.
You see, so that we can walk the course and, you know, Lord willing, endure to the very end to be saved, man. These people don't have that understanding, that mindset. So, you know, as we see these things happening in real time, it's, you know, that's been one thing that's been at the forefront of my mind. And, you know, talking with brothers, man, this is a blessing, man, to have this truth.
Mm-hmm.
Can I get this definition real quick?
Got it.
So it's poverty in the Adam Online Dictionary. It reads destitution, want, need, or insufficiency of money or goods. Now, when you jump down, it says poverty is a strong word, stronger than being poor. Want is still stronger, indicating that one has not even the necessities of life. Indigence is often stronger than want, implying especially also the lack of those things to which one has been used that will benefit one's station. Now, when you go into that word for indigence, it speaks on being penniless, right? Going to that Revelation 6:6, you know, where they will eat the, actually, let me get it. Because what we're seeing right now is the system trending towards that pennilessness, man, to that want, right? To the point where people lack even the basic necessities of life, which is going to lead to the more insurrection, the sedition that's going to take place, right? That the scriptures speak on.
Yep.
This is Revelation 6:6. And I heard a voice in the midst of the four beasts say, a measure of wheat for a penny, and 3 measures of barley for a penny, and see thou hurt not the oil and the wine, right? So that penny going into that denarian, but these people aren't even going to have the penny to purchase the wheat, right? They won't have it to purchase that measure of barley, man, right? That's why they're going to be so gung-ho, you know, in receiving that mark, man.
Yeah, because a day's wage in today's society no longer can no longer suffice.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that was the difference between back then and now. Back then, during the time of the ancient Roman Empire, before they started diluting the denarian, you know, a day's wage would be able to you would be able to survive off that. You can't do that now. You know, it's the same thing they did. It's the same thing they did back then by, you know, basically diluting the money. Same thing they did with the dollar bill today. It's not backed by any gold. You see what I'm saying? It's just money being printed out of thin air. You see what I'm saying? It has no value. You got it, Priest.
No, so I was going to add, because if you seen what Trump just announced, I think it was during the Super Bowl, where they were like, they're about to stop producing pennies, because they said the amount of money it takes to make one penny costs more than the actual penny itself. So it was like this is the beginning of them doing away with that. But I wanted to make a point off of what y'all was talking about earlier about, you know, the people in their as you see society breaking down, the sanity of these people is going to start waning more and more till you're going to start seeing a lot more people crash out. Now, this was said during that movie, The Dark Knight, with the one with Heath Ledger as the Joker.
Yeah.
And as a part of that movie, he was saying something about how the people, once they lose their morals, how they're pretty much going to turn into beasts. But I just want to read that real quick.
Exactly.
It says, you see their morals, their code, it's a bad joke. Dropped at the first sign of trouble. They're only as good as the word allows them to be. And see, what we're seeing is these people have, you know, they got a fake moral code, because everything that you hear these people saying they won't do. Oh, I would never, commit cannibalism. I would never, kill somebody. I would never rob. These things are going to go out the window because once this society shows you that you can't provide for yourself anymore, you can't, pretty much do anything. Esau makes it to where you're going to have to bow down and get that chip. We're going to see the true, demons going these people where they're going to be going crazy, man. All these anarchy movies that we see, The Road, and everything else, man, it's going to be like that. These people are going to bug the fuck out, man, which is why, like you said earlier in Isaiah 33:6, this is why we need to have the stability through faith to know that Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is going to keep us good in that day, man.
That's right, brother. That's right. I got one more before we go back to the video, just to add on to what you said, please. All right, this is 2nd Ezra chapter 6, just to make that point on what Priest just said. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 6, verse 22, and it reads, it says, and suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown, the full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. All right, and what they say, like these grocery stores have what, up to like 3 days worth of food or something like that.
Yep.
So we're coming into the time where the trucks are going to stop shipping. They're not going to be able to get any more groceries, merchandise. So these places that were sown are going to suddenly appear unsown, and like I said, the full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. And at that point, that's when people are going to completely panic, right? It says, and the trumpet shall give a sound, which part of the trumpet is going back to the prophets, right? The prophets giving a warning, all right? And the trumpet shall give a sound, which every man heareth, they should be suddenly afraid. The point, verse 24, at that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies. Why is that? Because of what? The lack of resources. You see what I'm saying? It says, and at that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies. So like Priest was saying, hey, I would never kill nobody. I would never eat another person. I would never break in somebody's house. That moral code is going to be out the windows when there's no more resources, when there's no more law and order. All right. When the Lord removes fully the security on these people. It says, and the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The springs of the fountain shall stand still, and in 3 hours they should not run. So we're talking about total societal chaos, man. All right, straight out the scriptures.
That's right.
So let's go back.
It leads to more stress. It leads to more health problems.
37.9 million. That's the number of Americans currently living in poverty, accounting for 11.6% of the total population. That's despite the fact that America ranks first as the richest nation in the world in terms of GDP.
The United States is known for having this great abundance. And at the same time, alongside that abundance, there is widespread poverty and economic insecurity.
Sometimes you question, we're in the United States of America. How can the citizens be going through such a issue? We always boast that we're a superpower, that we are the richest in the world, and things just don't make sense.
Poverty in the U.S. had been steadily improving over the past decade, from a height of 48.8 million people living in poverty in 2013 to 34 million in 2019. That was until the pandemic changed its course.
COVID absolutely had a very deep impact on the access to employment and long-term employment for a number of families that were already vulnerable for various reasons.
Prior, it was myself and my two older brothers, along with my stepdad, that constantly worked to provide for everyone in the house. But after COVID-19 and the whole lockdown, we were laid off. And ever since then, we have had issues finding a job.
Poverty is expensive. About 11% of the federal budget, or $665 billion, goes to economic security programs. Child poverty alone is estimated to cost the U.S. over $1 trillion, based on the latest research.
And I want to say this too. With all these different programs being cut, what the hell you think is going to happen, man?
Exactly.
So Trump is setting this place up for failure, man. you know, but that's the agenda of the elites. Ultimately, as we read in Isaiah 19, right? They're purposely doing this so society can become a chaotic environment. All right, so people can be at each other's throats, you know.
Right, Con.
If
I
I
got
could
a
add
quick
to
one
you,
for you.
I was like, you go ahead, Chris.
This is Isaiah 32:9. It says, "Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, you careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech." Now, normally when we bring this out, we normally use this to get on the Israelite woman, but this goes for Babylon as a whole. Because Babylon has been resting at ease because, like you said, all these government programs that's been pretty much helping people live leisurely, man. They don't really understand that once this shit really, because all Trump has done right now is just freeze them. So once he actually cuts this shit and you start to see, life start lifing for real, then these people are going to suffer, man.
Yeah.
It says, "Many days and years shall you be troubled, you careless women, for the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. Tremble, ye women that are at ease, be troubled, you careless ones, strip you and make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins. They shall lament for the teats, for the pleasant fields, and for the fruitful vines." So those teats that you just spoke about, these different government programs, the WIC, Section 8, child support, alimony, and all the other stuff that Trump has been doing away with, the DEI, affirmative action, whatever, government grants, all these things have made these people in this country proud, man. So when the Lord is, as he's been doing, gets Esau to do away with this shit, who's the main people that's going to affect? It's going to be the tribes, man. You Jakes out here, man.
Yep. So lament for the teats, it said, right? Let me get something too I want to add in there. Isaiah, real quick, Isaiah 47. Just thinking about that too. Isaiah 47 and verse 7. All right. There's Isaiah 47 and verse 7, and it reads, it says, and thou saidest, I shall be a lady forever. All right. Yep. And that's the mindset of America, Babylon, man, that they will always remain in power, right? They will always, retain the glory, so to speak. It says, I should be a lady forever. So thou didst not lay these things to thy heart, neither didst remember the latter end of it. So these people in the society didn't consider the situation that they're in now. You see, the mindset of these people always thought that ever since the C-19 event happened, that this place was going to recover and bounce back. And you see, since then, this place has gotten even worse. See what I'm saying? So people didn't consider this situation that the Lord has put these people in, man. That security is done.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And it's been a snare because this is one of the reasons why, especially our people, are proud as hell. This is why when we tell our people to repent, they look at us like, yo, what do I need to repent for? I'm good here. I got my money, I got my crib, I got my family, I got everything I could possibly want. So why the fuck do I need to listen to what y'all got to say? This Bible ain't helping me. I got the government that's helping me. I don't need to hear what the Most High got to say.
Right. Exactly.
I got a quick one. Second Ezra chapter 9 and 9. Then shall they be in pitiful case, if now have abused my ways, and they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torments. And that's what we just were speaking about. All right. Yep. These are our people, the main ones that the Lord is going to allow for this shit to hit, man. Sure. Okay. It says, for such as in their life have received benefits and have not known me. And this is everything that we're talking about, man. All right. Sure. These benefits have made Jake think that they don't need the Most High no more, when it was really the Most High that allowed you to receive these benefits to keep your stupid asses afloat, man. All right. It says, and they that have loathed my law while they had yet liberty, and when yet as place of repentance was open unto them, understood not, but despised it, the same must know it after death by pain. And this is why it's going to take this catastrophic event to really open people's eyes up to where this is why you should have repented. This is why you should have took heed to the warning from the prophets, man. Because Esau Edom is about to show you how much he hates you niggas, man.
Yeah, you're doing it now. Yep. One more. We'll go back. Sirach 5 and 7. Make no tearing to turn to the Lord. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, put not off from day to day, for suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth. And in thy security thou should be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance. And this is what we've been warning you day in and day out, man. To turn back, to repent to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. All right. Get under the good grace, his covering, before everybody loses. You know, so those that refused, you're going to be caught in the crossfire, man, and it's going to be too late to come back.
That's right.
You know,
Yep.
if you in the spirit, you can clearly see where society's going, man. This shit is over with, man.
It's cooked.
It's cooked, right? Let's go back.
Research from 2018.
There are also really high costs on an individual level. Poverty leads to more anxiety, it leads to more stress, it leads to more health problems, all kinds of things that amplify the effect of poverty.
The feelings that you would usually encounter when you're in this position is mostly depression. Why can't I find a job? Why are we in this situation? You know, we're trying our best, and sometimes it's just falling back down on our face.
So how did
God, and I got the right precept for that, because this is what Yahushua warned of, man.
Yep.
Right? The Yahushua was warning of us of these things to take place in the last days. This is Luke 21 and 25. It says, "And there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars." Right? And we see that happening, right? The different planetary alignments, right? The different
blood moons,
blood moons, and things of that nature, right? It says, "And upon the earth, distress of nations, with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring." And you know, going into that word perplexity, in the root word of that in the Strong's Concordance, Strong's G 639, it's aporeo. It says to be without resources, to be in straits. It says to be left wanting, to be embarrassed, to be in doubt, not to know which way to turn.
Damn.
Right? It says, i.e., be at a loss mentally. Right? And this is exactly what's happening, right? This mindset of, you know, our people being impoverished, right? They're the victims of these things, man, primarily. Right? They're the ones that's facing the brunt of it.
Yeah, and to add to that, where it talks about, you know, the distress of nations, we have been seeing this for years of all these different countries, you know, doing these different protests, calling out, you know, how corrupt their country's government is, you know. So these Americans have been seeing this on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram. You know, they'll skate over it because they're not concerned with that, because they thought that this would never happen on American soil. And now that we're starting to see these things, like, Cap, you did a video, I think last year, a couple of years ago, when you had that video of Tucker Carlson, when he was like, you know, I never thought that Americans would see, you know, the hyperinflation and different things like that. Like, he was bugging out, and that's the mind frame of the average Americans, because they've lived in you know, comfort for so long. They never thought that this shit would touch the soil, but we're here.
Yeah, that's what the Lord said. Woe unto them that trust in Egypt, man. That's what Isaiah 30 is about. Isaiah 30 is about what we're playing in the screen right now.
Exactly.
How you hearing Issachar like, man, you know, I can't find a job, you know, I can't believe this is happening. You see what I'm saying? That's what the scripture was talking about. Because out of all those things he said, you didn't hear anything about repenting back to the Lord, seeking God, turning back to the scripture, you know. So people are just, you know, totally, you know, submerged in trying to make it here instead of, you know, coming back to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. And we're talking about you Jakes. Right.
This was on purpose though, because this is to keep you disconnected to where you don't see the correlation between you needing the Lord and everything that's happening is because you are disconnected from your power. You see, that's why we're not, you know, stressed about this. Yes, it's hitting us too. Yeah, brothers is going through different financial, you know, situations, job situations, whatever. But we're at ease because we have the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua that's supping with us, that gives us the comfort to know that whatever the hell we're going through, the Lord says he knows we need our daily bread, man. He knows what we need, man.
Shit. Yep. We'll go back. You got any more on that, Luke? You want to read? Okay.
That was it. That was pretty much it on that video too.
All right.
If we could pull up that article from Politico.
Got it.
Talks about the real world repercussions.
Yep.
Right. You know, just further showing you all, like, look, this is the cruel Lord that the Lord has set up in these last days, man, to institute a great deal of change. You know, not for the better, but for the worse. right? As you see in the title of the article, stunned federal workers brace for the real world repercussions of Trump's purges, right? It goes on to say the Trump administration could face political backlash from voters, from voters in Republican and Democratic states who suddenly find a host of services vanish, right? So, you know, as you go into this article further, you know, you have different departments or representatives of different departments that are pretty much highlighting the potential threats to, you know, the efficiency of the government, both federal and state, right?
Yeah.
And how things function and how, you know, society to operate at the way how it does.
Can I
right?
read this?
Come.
Oh, fuck it. Oh, all right. So like I didn't mean to cut you off, so I'm just gonna read this real quick. It says Americans could soon start to feel the how you say the word repercussions of the Trump administration decision to fire thousands of government workers from public safety to health benefits in basic services that they have come to rely on. See? Trump's directive to slash thousands of jobs across agencies is leaving gaping holes in the government, with thousands of workers being laid off from the education department, the Office of Personal Management, Department of Veteran Affairs, and multiple others. Man, big deal.
Yep.
Got it.
Yeah, no, this is a serious matter because, you know, as you continue on in this article, Baba Kushal Zaquan, can you scroll down a little bit more?
Yep.
Let's see. A little bit higher, Salakia. It should be a paragraph that says that morale mentions morale.
Bear with me. Bear with me 1 second.
You might have to just hit Command F so you can search it and then just type the word in.
All right.
It's that paragraph right above there. Yep.
Got it. Here we go.
Yep.
So it says
here. Oh, Salakia as well.
I'll read it for you. So it says morale is tanked. Right? Did we not read that in Isaiah 19 that the spirit of Egypt would fail in the midst thereof? You know? So it says morale is tanked, said a Forest Service official close to the situation, who, like many current and former government employees who spoke to Politico, was granted anonymity out of fear of retribution. Quote, the public will see it this summer when campgrounds are shut down, trails aren't maintained, and bathrooms aren't clean.
Yep. And so just one department, you know, he's highlighting, you know, there's going to be a gradual shift to the condition of living in America, right? When you read between the lines, that's what they're saying, right? These apartments, you know, when you look at the percentage of debt that Deutsch is really cutting out, he's not really cutting out any debt, you know, but these departments that he's trying to cut labor, you know, these are departments that hold a great deal of responsibility in the function of society,
right?
You know, so this is unwise, but this is the king, this is the rulership, this is the administration that you people voted for.
Yep,
you voted for this to happen.
May
I
get a quick precept, Zaquan?
Yeah, go ahead.
You go ahead, priest.
Get yours first. Got it.
This is Isaiah chapter 19 and verse 11. It says, surely the princes of Zoan are fools. The counsel of the wise counselors of Pharaoh is become brutish. How say ye unto Pharaoh, I am the son of the wise, the son of the ancient king? Where are they? Where are thy wise men? And let them tell thee now, and let them know what Yahweh of hosts hath purposed upon Egypt. Right? So this place has no counsel, right? The governing body, right? The things that they're doing, you know, is unwise and not beneficial to the people, right? It's destructive.
Yeah,
verse 13 is
no wise counsel. He doesn't have wise counsel. That's why, as we're talking about in this lesson, everything that they're doing is to pretty much turn this place upside down, to cause the civil unrest, to cause the panic and the anxiety and things like that, as we saw in the video. All right. All these things that we're discussing are being done intentionally. All right. There's an agenda that needs to be fulfilled, which is what? Order out of chaos. All right. Where society breaks down to the point where the people are going to beg for the government to come in and establish order, you know, and that's what they need. You know, you got it.
Verse 13, it says, the princes of Zoan are become fools. The princes of Noph are deceived. They have also seduced Egypt, even they that are stay of the tribes thereof. Right. So the Lord has put that spirit on these leaders to do the things that they're doing, man. Right. Yep. To pretty much eradicate the civil services that exist. Right. The PPP, the public-private partnerships, you know, that allow for different aid and grants to, you know, float around different communities to help subsidize their income. Yep. Right. This is what this man has been doing, but it's all been predicated by the spirit that the Lord has placed on these people to do, man. Mm-hmm. That's why we're trying to tell Jake, when you get the sense of what's happening, all of this is happening by the will of the Lord, man. That's why we see the state of the world that it's in. You know, this is a necessary page in prophecy that we're trying to comfort our people to see. Like, look, this is the Lord fighting for us, right? We are happy that this guy is moving the way how he's moving,
right?
You know, because it's good for us. You see?
Yeah, because see, that's the problem. Like you said, you should be happy seeing these things, but see, our people still have their spirits here. You know, they didn't take heed to Isaiah 52:2, man. Flee out of the midst of Babylon, man. They're still here, and they want this place to continue. This is why you saw the campaign to have Trump, you know, regain, you know, office, man, because they truly thought that this place is their rest, man. Right. But like you said, this man he's not a fit ruler. Real quick, Sirach, Ecclesiastes 10:16. Woe unto thee, O land, when thy king is a child, and thy princes eat in the morning. And that's Trump. That's Trump. Trump is a child. You know, Trump is all these Edomites. They're unfit to rule, man. All right. And as you're seeing, these devils are breaking down on purpose their very kingdom so that they can reestablish a more totalitarian, you know, rulership, which is going to end up enslaving all the people in the world, man. So if you have the eyes to see and the ears to hear, these things should excite you, because this is just showing you that, look, Yahweh Shem Shah said what in Malachi, right? He says, though thou build, I will destroy, man. So everything that they're doing, they're breaking it down. They're not going to be able to fully build that kingdom back up, because the next kingdom that's after this, once this place goes down, is the kingdom of heaven under Yahweh Shah's rule, man. Sure. So we're seeing everything taking place. Like you said, this is prophecy speaking right now. So brothers and sisters should be rejoicing and seeing all these things, man. You know, because we're one step closer to getting up out of here, man.
Yep. Sure. I got something real quick. I got two, actually. This is Joel 5:3. It says, I have seen the foolish taking root. All right. And the scriptures describe these Edomites as the children of fools. It says, I've seen the foolish taking root, but suddenly I cursed his habitation. So people see, what you Jakes fail to realize is Babylon, America is cursed. All right. This place is cursed for judgment. All right. But Jake is so caught up into the society, they refuse to see it. Right. So as we said, if you don't spiritually come out of this place, the Lord is going to destroy you right along with this place. Let me get this too. All right. Because he says, suddenly I cursed his habitation. What was that? Proverbs 3:33, right? Let me get that too. It's Proverbs chapter 3, verse 33. It says, the curse of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Shah, is in the house of the wicked. We are in the house of the wicked, America, Babylon. The curse of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Shah, is in the house of the wicked, but he blesses the habitation of the just. So this place is doomed, man. Right? You niggas gotta wake up. What they say? Wake up and smell the roses. All right, it's time to deal with reality, man. All right, this place is over with. All right, so you better detach now. while we still have that grace and mercy. You know, you got it, Doc.
Gone.
You know, so we'll pull this up. Or you had another article you wanted to pull up?
No, we could add to this too right here. Because again, just going to show more proof. The senselessness of this governor, this ruler. This is from Washington Post. Trump's fire and strike the nation's health agencies. Many of those terminated workers on issues critical to consumers, from improving healthcare to regulating food packaging to responding to infectious disease outbreaks. So now, when we see you, brothers and sisters, we know we've been seeing countless of reports of an outbreak here, an outbreak there, right? And we've been also seeing, recalls. Like it's been damn near every day,
Yeah.
but it's attributed to this mass hiring and termination of workers. So what this also shows forth is that the food supply chain is going to continue to break down as well.
Yep.
Right. Increasing of famine, increasing diseases, right? The Lord is about to start plaguing this place heavily, man, with diseases, right? Illnesses, because there's no regulation over these goods and services any longer like that.
Right.
A lot of things are getting passed through.
Yeah, like giving an example, you had Trump and Elon fire all the people that was working on, the whole thing with the bird flu, and they said now that was an accident. They're trying to bring them back, but that just go to show you the disorder that's going on amongst this whole cabinet that they're doing now, man. Because this none of the shit that they're doing makes sense. That you're culling all these different farms, making them kill their animals all, burn their crops. What benefit is that going to do for the people out here? Because we're already, moving off of the year before's, crop.
Right.
So if we're already, touching old shit, so when it's time for us to, go to the new stuff, there's not going to be nothing, which is going to cause that famine.
That's right. I'm actually trying to pull something up while you brothers talk on that farm situation. You got it though. I'm trying to find it.
I got one real quick.
I'm gonna con.
It's Ezekiel 30 and verse 4. It reads, "And the sword shall come upon Egypt, and great pain shall be in Ethiopia, when the slain shall fall in Egypt, and they shall take away her multitude, and her foundations shall be broken down." And this is what we're seeing right now, is those foundations, starting to be broken down, right? We already knew the infrastructure of America was weak, but now we're seeing the foundations of the government start to crumble as well, man.
Sure.
I got some. This is Joel chapter 1, verse 15. Alas, for the day of the Lord is at hand, and as a destruction from the Almighty shall it come. Is not the meat cut off before our eyes? Yea, joy and gladness from the house of our power. And is that not what we're seeing? All right, how they're pretty much cutting off all the meat supplies and telling people, not to eat chicken, not to eat beef. These things are infected by these different diseases. As it's going to keep saying, it says, the seed is rotten under the clods, the garners are laid desolate, the barns are broken down, for the corn is withered, because the food is all messed up, man. All right, they're telling you is every week you're getting different reports of different foods having recall from E. coli or salmonella. Don't eat don't eat strawberries, every week is something new. So it's like brothers are at a point to where we're like, man, we're tired of even hearing that. We know this shit is all fucked up. Like scriptures tell, we're gonna eat our bread defiled, but this is all scare tactics to try to get the people to be in another layer of fear, man. All right. Saying all that to say, just going back to the farmer thing, because Esau wants to condition you to start eating their food. All right. Bill Gates got his brand that Appeal, where they tell you that the juice is in the food, make you sicker. All right. The food is already malnourished, so you're not getting the proper nutrients anyway. So it's all to break you down, to make you sicker, and to make you more compliant, because all these different chemicals and shit up in the food as well. But we're in a lose-lose scenario out here. So it's just through the miracle of the Lord why we're even able to still be able to function out here, man.
Yeah. Hey, scriptures say that, man. It's through the mercies of the Lord that we live on, roughly paraphrasing,
Exactly.
But I found that video too, just to add on to what you were saying. Let me pull it up. All right, this came out about 10 days ago. It says farmers warn of toxic vegetables after massive lithium fire next to the salad bowl of America. All right, let's play a little bit of this. This is what we're talking about.
Fill out and replace it. You know how much money, like, you know how much that is. So, like, hemp, it takes like a year, 2 years to revive the soil. That's a long time for farmers.
Are you using hemp to put it into the soil to refresh it?
It takes quite some time depending on how severe the toxins are in there.
Hey, it's Jordan. I am in Flint, Michigan, East Palestine, Ohio, Tumwa, Iowa. Please support the only independent outlet on the ground covering what the corporate media covers up.
So they were just finishing up our town hall here in Castroville. I want to talk to you because not only are you an organic farmer, you're a biologist, and I think the thing that's not being addressed in the room right now is the heavy metals leaching into the soil. And this isn't just a
Slovakia.
story here locally. This is a story for the whole country because vegetables that are
Hold on, let me reset something real quick. Hold on, it's dragging a little bit. Give me 1 second. I don't know why it's doing that.
Don Zaquan, while you get that, may I get a quick precept?
Got it.
This is Ezekiel chapter 4. Ezekiel chapter 4 and verse 13. It says, "And Yahweh said, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles, whither I will drive them." And just showing proof, like, the fact that this is all happening to the food by the grace of Yahweh Shai, we're able to live. Like, this food is heavily contaminated,
Yep.
But, it just goes to show forth the grace and the power and mercy of Yahweh Shai, and moreover, the importance of prayer, praying over the food.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Because nobody really knows what the fuck they're eating, man. They really nobody knows what's in the food. As you were hearing the guy saying, the soil is just cooked. All right. The acid rain that's coming from the sky, the shit that they, because the chemtrails and the aerosols and the toxins and poisons that they put in the skies, that comes down in the rain into the soil.
Right.
Yep.
That same soil, what grows the crops. That same rain is what hits these crops and plants. This is what the animals drink. So everything is just is through.
Yeah. This is why we need the Lord, man. Because literally, what brothers and sisters are eating is just witchcraft. Niggas eating fast food, which we all guilty of it. But you eating fast, you don't know what the fuck you eating. These are all chemical that they're putting together to make it taste like. We don't know what real food tastes like, man. Like the brother sent the video yesterday where the beef is coming from, man. Like, this shit is bad, yo.
It's crazy.
Oh yeah.
There we go. Let's see if it played now.
leaching into the soil. So they were just finishing up our town hall here in Castroville. I wanted to talk to you because not only are you an organic farmer, you're a biologist, and I think the thing that's not being addressed in the room right now is the heavy metals leaching into the soil. And this isn't just a story here locally. This is a story for the whole country because vegetables that are grown here in the Salinas Valley work their way through the entire country. This is, the quote unquote salad bowl of America. So you're an organic farmer. Tell me what your concerns are.
Well, I think what we're going to find is there'll be a lot of sweeping under the rug, because if they test for heavy metals throughout this salad bowl of America, and they start testing how much of that comes up into the lettuce, are they going to turn in all the lettuce? Are they going to cut all the lettuce and take it to be incinerated or whatever?
Come on, man. I don't know why this is doing this.
You cut the quality down?
So it's about.
I'll filter those heavy metals out of the lettuce into their body. And that's what happens with the heavy metals. There was a region of in India where there was coal burning utility, was sulfuric acid was dropping. There was arsenic in the soil, and it dissolved it. It ended up in the water, and in 6 or 7 years, massive numbers of people were dying. So heavy metals are insidious, and these particular ones are insane. Now, we kept hearing these people say, "Oh, HF, that's hydrofluoric acid. That acid can eat this window." I mean, normal acid you can put in a beaker, right? No, hydrofluoric acid is insanely corrosive. Hydrochloric acid, which is the other gas that was being emitted during this, if you breathe that in, it'll scar your lungs. You know, hydrochloric acid is quite powerful. What?
It sounds like it's very dangerous. So the EPA tested for that, but I'm still not clear from this conversation tonight whether anything else was tested. I heard testing was done, but to what extent is my question. Do you know?
I don't know what they did for testing, but I would imagine it's the usual thing is they go out in rings from the site itself and take swabs of the soil. But now that it's rained, there won't be anything to test. It'll wash into the soil and eventually get down to the aquifer, and then we'll see it there. And that might only take 5, 6, 7 years.
Your concerns, I feel like, are not being addressed right now. How are you feeling after this meeting? I understand that they tested for certain things in the air, but ground soil and how that affects farming for the next 5 years is an entirely different conversation, and I don't hear any answers on that.
What if you know, everything gets declared like non-sellable, non-consumable? You know, this entire area, we're an ag capital of the world, the artichoke capital of the world. Like, that's just a small fraction. It goes out to Driscoll's, and you know, so what type? It's it's a no-brainer. You know what? So what happens? What kind of programs are you going to offer all these farmers of compensation if they can't sell their crops? You know, how are you going to restore their soil? You know, do you even know how to restore the soil and pull all these toxins out of it? Like, you know, there's definitely a lot of common sense, you know,
right now, like he says,
actions that need to be taken.
I would say I work with equipment that processes produce, and we have to build it to a standard, because you can't have a kill step on something that's fresh cut, ready to eat. You know, so you have to get it out of the field as best you can. So when you do testing in the field and you find E. coli or salmonella or something like that, that's something that can be addressed and mitigated at the field. But heavy metals in your soil, that's a completely different situation.
It's crazy. Hey, give me Micah 2 and 10 real quick.
God damn.
This shit crazy. You see what I'm saying?
This shit crazy.
Hey, this is hardcore right here. You know?
Niggas
All
wanna
this shit
see
is in the
it.
food supply.
They can get penalized for being healthy.
Come on, man. Just bringing this out. You know, and nobody's considering this shit, man. And you wonder why everybody's sick, you know, cancer, and you know, it's just all the infirmities that's going on in people's bodies is just because of what's in the fucking food, man, and the water.
Exactly.
Right?
If I can add to you too, Zaquan, what we've seen with all those fires that are taking place in California, right? Because that's where they're speaking on right now. All those toxins are going up into the air in that area. So everything that's burnt up out there is raining down on the food supply. We've seen what happened when the trains derailed, right? And a lot of this is them preparing to declare these disaster areas, right? If they say this land can't be used for any crops or anything, they're just going to the government's going to take it and use it for their 15-minute cities, or to build their those super whatever computer factories that they need for the AI and all things of that nature, man.
Data centers.
Yeah, data centers.
You know, because that's like a good example of what you were saying, Cornwall. That's like the wildfire that was in Canada, and how the whole northeastern coast of America was pretty much getting hit with that smoke and that smog. They were telling people not to go outside. This shit affects things, man. You know, hey, you can't even drink fresh water, in America no more, because the train derailments that went and put chemicals all. So hey, you drink that shit if you want to, nigga. You gonna have a horn going out your fucking head, man.
You got it.
God, it's Micah 2 and 10.
Right.
It reads, "Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, Because it is polluted, it shall destroy you, even with a sword destruction.
Yeah, everything about Babylon is polluted in every facet, man. All right, the food, all right, the plants, the animals, the crops, the soil, the air, the water, the people. You see what I'm saying? So like the Lord said, this ain't your rest, man. This is pure hell here, man. Right? We're witnessing in this brief video. This is the rulership under the unwise king. What does the scripture say? The unwise king destroyeth his people. You see, Esau wasn't fit to rule. This is why he has to be removed off the throne, man. If he, like I say all the time, if he had it his way, no flesh would be saved. This is why the Lord shortened the days, right? Yahweh Shai got to be close, because how the hell are we going to continue to survive here, man?
Bro, it's getting worse and worse. Like just the shit that this is new. This is my first time hearing this, but you just every it's something new every time, bro. They talking about how people full of microplastic, everybody has cancer. You know, there's new diseases, new incurable STDs and all that, bro. This shit is fucked up out here, man.
It's fucked up. You know, I got a precept, Isaiah 24 and verse 4. It says, "The earth mourneth and fadeth away, the world languish and fadeth away." And in this video of these farmers warning about toxic vegetables, this is just the beginning. All right. It says, "The earth mourneth and fadeth away, the world languish and fadeth away, the haughty people of the earth do languish." And this is why everybody's sick, everybody's weak, bodily infirmities, all right, different types of diseases and sicknesses. You see what I'm saying? We're hearing about how the soil is basically poisoned, right? He said that the soil was full of arsenic. You know, that's like what, rat poison or some shit like that, right?
Poison, yeah.
And we're consuming this on the regular. It says verse 5, it says, "The earth is also defiled under the inhabitants thereof." You see? Because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, and broken the everlasting covenant. And that goes back to the elites, man. All right. They're the ones that's sanctioning this to go on. Right. The shit in the air, the shit in the water, the water supply. All right. You watch videos online. Hey, the water we drink is just all regurgitated piss and shit.
And fucking, full of, these antibiotics and pills these people taking. This shit is crazy.
It's crazy, man.
It's crazy.
So life.
Yes, more now. I want to read what you read in the TV.
Oh, yeah, no, you got it, because like we said, hey, life cannot continue to go on in this fashion. Ain't no way. You got it?
Nah, hell no. But like you said, this is all the mirror of the fucking rulers, man. These Edomites, man. This is Isaiah 24, and I'll start at verse 3 in the GNT. It says, "The earth will lie shattered and ruined. The Lord has spoken, and it will be done. The earth dries up and withers. The whole world grows weak. Both earth and sky decay. The people have defiled the earth by breaking the Most High's laws and by violating the covenant He made to last forever." And this is why the earth is suffering, because the rulers that are in power right now do. And so because they're moving all the way through, this left-hand power that we're seeing, everything is suffering, man. Which is why, like you read in Romans 8, all right, the creation groaneth until this day, until the sons of God are going to be raised back up, man. This is why the world is waiting on us. Lord, we're aware of that number, to get back right with the Heavenly Father, so we can be changed and the earth can be put back in the proper way, man.
That's it. Let me go finish some more.
Well, that was it.
I'll play some more. Heavy times, man.
Like you said, is there anything in place to address that?
They got a good hemp program that like they're introducing to Panama, Colombia, and all these. It's been known before our time, but it's like, those are obviously, are they going into? They have to have some type of. You can't just take the soil out and replace it. You know how much money, like you know how much that is. So like hemp, it takes like a year, 2 years to revive the soil. That's a long time for farmers. Okay, so we have to set up a program for them. Oh, it costs what, $2,000, $3,000 a year or something for the permits to grow hemp. All right, waive that fee. They
So
should
for
be
the
allowed.
for the non-farmers in the world, are you using hemp to put it into the soil to refresh it? Does that pull out the heavy metals, make it more?
All toxins. It completely restores soil. You know, it's been known. It takes quite some time, depending on how severe the toxins are in there. But hemp is widely used, you know, for plenty of building materials.
we don't
You
know
want to
that.
use it for consumption. You know, obviously, if it's
Some people might.
well, if you're well, yeah, you know, lithium infused, you know, cobalt infused hemp, but it can be used for building materials. You know.
So maybe they should set up some sort of program now, knowing that there's going to be an issue, because I don't see.
The knowledge is out there. It's been there before these battery, the lithium battery plants and this green energy was discovered. The hemp was also, you know, it's been, I mean, that's just one step, you know, example.
It seems to me that there's no way that there's not going to be a problem here. So they should maybe look forward to trying to put a program into place. So what are next moves for you guys? Are the farmers going to get together and try to talk to these guys and make some push to get something changed?
Well, yeah, it's kind of everybody's livelihood around here. We're an ag.
Hey, North Carolina
I got a piece of
homeowners,
report
if
if I
your
may.
AC unit is
You got to go ahead.
You know, because, you know, just meditating on what brothers had brought out in Isaiah, you know, the fact that this devil has transgressed the law to this degree, to the point where the earth is suffering at this level. This is why, brothers, the Spirit is vehemently telling us to prophesy against Mount Seir, because he is not stopping. He does not do these things by happenstance. You don't just happen to slip up and drop lithium into the soil.
Right.
He's doing this intentionally. Right. This is Micah chapter 2 and verse 1. It says, "Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hands." So the rulership that exists, they don't practice good, right? They practice evil. They practice Satanism. They practice witchcraft. And these things are coming out more and more, right? In this age of exposure of the Edomite hegemony. The elites are not for your benefit. They are set to come against society. They are set to come against the natural order of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, and they are adamant to do everything in their power, to do everything that they can to come against that.
Yeah.
Right? Verse 2, "And they covet fields and take them by violence." Right? And this is part of their plot, right? To take these fields, to take this property from the people, right? To take away the goods, you know, and the natural order that the Lord has set up for people to just thrive and live, right? He's going to nickel and dime you for everything, man, right? And houses, and take them away, and they oppress a man in his house, even a man in his heritage, you know. So this is just the mindset, the psyche of these elites, man, these Edomites, you know, the rulers. They are not set for the benefit of the people, but rather their demise, man.
Yeah. The spirit is not upright in them, as it told us in Habakkuk 2 and was it 2 and 4, right?
Yep.
Hey, real quick, could somebody read Romans? Priest quoted it earlier. Can you read Romans 8 and 19 on down in the NLT? All right, because once again, I just wanted to express the fact that this is why we say that the world needs us. All right, the world needs the elect to be reestablished on the throne, to set forth order, to bring the earth back to its natural glorified state. See that? Because Esau's fucked it up. You know,
right?
New management.
New management is desperately needed on this earth.
I'm right here. Romans 8 and 19. For all creation, and this in the NLT, for all creation is waiting eagerly for that future day when Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua will reveal who his children really are.
Exactly. So all of creation is waiting for that day for the sons of God to be reestablished and bring order back on the earth. Ain't that something? Go ahead.
Against his will, all creation was subjected to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua's curse, but with eager hope, the creation looks forward to the day when it will join Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua's children in glorious freedom from death and decay.
There you go. That's what the Lord's creation is waiting for, man. To enjoy the earth, to be free of death and decay. Because once the kingdom of heaven is established, there's not going to be any more of that. Right? You're not going to have fucking cities and piss all over the fucking ground and pollution in the air and shit, man. You know, sewage all over the fucking place. You know, the ocean being, you know, polluted with fucking nuclear toxic waste and plastic and, you know, the marine life dying and shit. It's not going to be like that.
Ain't gonna be no fucking oil spills, man. BP and shit. Everything's gonna be back in the proper way that the Lord created it to be, man. You know, it says, verse 22, for we know that all creation has been groaning as in the pains of childbirth right up until the present time. And when we believers also groan, even though we have the Holy Spirit within us as a foretaste of future glory, for we long for our bodies to be released from sin and suffering. We too wait with eager hope for the day when Yahweh Hashem Yahushua will give us our full rights as his adopted children, when including the new bodies he has promised us.
Man, that's heavy. Let's see that? Under that second covenant, man, we're going to have those new glorified bodies. We're going to be completely righteous. All right. We're going to govern the earth in righteousness. We're going to restore the earth back to paradise. All right. It's not going to be any more to sit. And this is, when you understand this, this is the purpose of why the Lord is going to bring nuclear destruction. All right. Because remember, fire is a cleansing agent. All right. That nuclear fire is going to cleanse this current world and establish a new one. See what I'm saying? So that fire is going to basically restart the earth, if you will, man. And that's needed. Like, for example, you got sometimes farmers, they burn their crops, right, to regenerate the minerals in the soil. You know what I'm saying? So they can start afresh. It's going to be the same thing on the planet, man. The Lord is literally going to burn this bitch up and start afresh, man. See what I'm saying? But that's what's needed because Esau's polluted everything. You know?
That's it.
That was it. You know? Y'all want me to play some more of that, or you want to go back to the articles?
No, that's pretty much it on that.
Fine. All right. I'll play a little bit more. It's like we had 6 minutes. Play a little bit more and then let that be it.
Okay.
Hey, long live the king, right? This is what the people wanted.
Right. Dense ag area, you know, that's one of our main incomes here.
It's probably the main income.
The main, you know, one of them.
It's not just you guys. Everybody needs the food, right? Without you guys growing the food here, it's a problem for everybody. So this is not
Somebody's
isolated.
gonna be consuming it or not consuming it. So, yeah, not only livelihood and money, but health concerns. You know, they haven't put a stop to the agricultural. They're still telling people it's fine to sell, consume.
Have you had any symptoms of not feeling well?
Yeah, headaches, burning throat. I took off. I left the country 3 days into the fire, you know, got the family out of here. I'm not going to sit around and...
Salakia, I just wanted to show this real quick on the point that I made about the farmers burning the fields, right? I just pulled that up in the AI, right? So it says, farmers burn fields, often referred as prescribed burns, primarily to clear away leftover crop residue after harvest, which helps prepare the land for the next planting season by removing weeds, pests, and plant diseases, allowing easier tillage and quicker planting, essentially acting as a quick and efficient way to manage field debris and sometimes to promote new plant growth by releasing nutrients back into the soil. Exactly. Like I said. So that was the purpose of why farmers burn those fields, you know, to regenerate the soil, to get rid of the disease, as it said, right? Plant diseases, the weeds, the pests. So how much more the Lord burning this earth, right? Burning America and various parts of the world to regenerate the world.
Right.
See what I'm saying?
Start that disease, man.
That's it.
Yeah. Cause like, hey, Gad used to do that as well. Gad will, you know, once they would leave, you know, the part of the land they was on, they would do that too. They would burn the crops or the land to pretty much replenish that land as well.
Done. So that's heavy, right? So like, and we'll finish it out.
May I get a quick precept just to land back on this, Zaquan?
You got it.
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 16 and verse 15. It says, "The fire is kindled and shall not be put out till it consume the foundation of the earth." Right? And we know that fire, right, is that nuclear fire, right? And that foundation is the Edomite kingdom, right? So literally is going to that fire is going to eradicate this man's whole footprint, you know, all of the madness that he's pushed in the world, man.
Yep. Get rid of the disease. Esau is the cancer, the disease.
That's it.
For someone who clearly got paid to get this place installed in a dense agricultural zone and sanctuary of endangered species that like only our area houses, and they're gonna put, I don't know, you know how politics works. And,
No, I do. It's all corrupt.
you know, so
It's all corrupt.
yeah,
I mean,
their
so
pockets are way beyond mine. You know, I just only concerned with the obvious. You know, like having that luxury to grow our own food and provide for our family, eat organically, and not all this synthetic crap that they're constantly pushing out there anyways. It just seems like it's all a part of the agenda to me. So, and just thanks for stripping that little bit of, you know, natural, organic way of living, you know. It's like, all right, cool. Like now either
I mean, we were just
move
there.
elsewhere because they can discontinue, like, or stick around till it happens again.
Right. We were there only maybe for what, 2 hours this morning, and I could feel burning in my throat, and so I could imagine.
I had to take today off from work because of it. Yeah, my dad's been to the hospital twice. I've been there twice. All of our livestock.
Bear with us.
Castroville area or Salina?
7 miles away. Yeah, I raise meat rabbits and chickens, and I'm like contemplating. I'm not going to eat them at all. I don't even feel comfortable eating my chicken eggs anymore because I mean the stuff that I'm breathing, and then I'm getting a sore throat, itchy eyes from.
Seed crop months in advance, order chicken. Now, like, I don't want the animals eating that. Like, works its way through. So it's like we're already being, you know, impacted by it. Now I got to find other places to store these chickens I ordered months ago. Like, I can't house them on there. Like, that's just.
It feels dishonest.
You know, like, no, you
unethical.
just can't. You know, like, how am I gonna like harvest an egg from something that was consuming that and crack it for my 5 and 2-year-old daughter? Like, yeah, no, it's not. You know, I care about myself too, but it's not just me I'm thinking about. You know.
This is definitely a tragedy. Any parting thoughts?
I hope these people go bankrupt.
Yeah, hopefully,
That's fair.
hopefully they just get it out of here and put it somewhere where it won't make this much of an impact on anybody. You know,
If water can't put it out, maybe put it
somewhere else.
Yeah. Or if water can't put it out, maybe not put it close to a sanctuary, or maybe put it 2 stories down where a bunch of sand can be put on it and stifle it down. There's other stuff that there's other things
fire
they can do.
department and the hurdles they make us go through just to start a simple little business here, and like they didn't make them go through those same hurdles of like such a major possible disaster, because we have to do that for tiny sprinkler systems up to code in an area that wouldn't even be affected by someone, say, if our
Yeah, so that's pretty much it on that, man. So you get it, right? You know, this place is it's cooked. You know, that's why we need Yahweh Shemel Shah, man. All right, what else can we do? All right, this is the like we said, this is the rulership under the unwise king. All right, Esau has to go. That's right, brother. It's Zaquan. It's Shalom. Sleazy E has to go. Period, man. All right, and this is all over the food supply everywhere, man. All through your grocery stores, everywhere, man. You can't escape this thing. Even if you try to eat organic, it's still tainted. You know? So it's like, you know, you brothers got it.
Yeah, there's no getting around it, bro. Really, organic at this point is just making you pay higher amounts of money for the same product. Right? It's the same shit. You go to the farmer's market, it's the same thing. So really, you just got to get the best of the worst at this point, man.
God.
Pray. This is why praying over your food is a must, man.
Exactly.
That's it, man.
I got one real quick.
Yep.
Revelation 6:4. And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another. And there was given unto him a great sword. And Esau's ability to pollute every facet of society, is part of that sword, man. Right? And now him taking peace, you go into that definition that says law and order within a state, the absence of violence or other disturbances, the absence of mental anxiety, often phrased as peace of mind. We don't have any peace of mind in this world, man. Right? The only peace of mind comes from Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Right? Like you said, like brothers have been saying, praying over this food, because otherwise you can't trust anything out here, man. Right? You can't trust the food, you can't trust the water, you can't trust the air, you can't trust these people, you can't trust the whatever media that you're consuming, right? It's all designed to poison you, man. So that's part of that, him taking peace away, that mental anxiety, that we're seeing these people start to show, right, through all these clips that brothers be sharing, man. Right? That anxiety is attacking these people because they don't have that covering, that hedge of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, man.
Shit. Shit. Taz, want you add anything you want to add in there?
No, like, that's beautifully said, Hakim. You know what I'm saying? This is an unfit king. This is an unwise king. Every single day is an example why he has to be removed from the seat of authority.
Shit, man. Appreciate you got anything you want to add?
Lie.
Shit, man. All right, we'll leave it like that, man. We pray that you were edified out there, man. Hey, this place has to go. America got to go, man. This place is finished. So we're going to close it out by giving all the praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashem. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught us his truth. Double salutations to all you Akim out there laboring in the house of David, the elect, just pushing this word with all truth, righteousness, and sincerity. Shalom to you, brothers.
Shalom.
Elect.
Shalom.
Shalom. Cooked.